learn about cloud computing. Before I put some topics on the Mahara, and I expected you to go there and choose. I had 3 topics, but I didn't see that much response. So cloud computing is my specialty. I choose to talk about the cloud computing and help you to learn more about this hot topic. I only have 10 minutes. It's a very, very big topic, so I start very quickly. We have a look on our learning outcomes. Come on. All right. By end of this session, you all become familiar with the concept of cloud computing, and you learn about the different cloud computing services and different cloud computing service providers. I will introduce the leaders in the cloud computing industry and their services, and we learn about how cloud computing can help the business, especially the young businesses, and we will list some of the benefits of cloud computing and some of the disadvantages of the cloud computing. So, what is it? What is cloud computing? Does any of you know anything about cloud computing? Have you heard?
Mostly you can get access to anywhere, to any computer, and hopefully you will be able to get access to whatever you have on your own computer. This is what I heard on the news.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, cloud computing is a general term for anything that involves delivering hosted service over the internet. The name of cloud computing was inspired by the cloud symbol that's often used to represent the internet in flowchart. Basically, it's a pay-as-you-go service. You don't need to pay lots of money to buy lots of equipment, hardware, software. You just pay a small amount of money, and you rent the service. It can be software, hardware, or platforms. I explain more in the different kind of services and what kind of services you can hire. Basically, we divide the cloud computing services to the 3 types. Software as a service, which will share the software over the internet. A platform as a service, which will share the hardware and operating system and the power over the net. And also infrastructure as a service, which is the most famous one, is the server and hosting the information. The main leaders in this industry are the Amazon, companies like Salesforce, Microsoft, and Google. So this cloud is not on the sky, it's just the servers. They keep this information on the servers. And they are in the different part of the world. As you can see in this picture, it's the server farms in Europe, which belong to the Microsoft. Or sometimes our data is going to be in the middle of the ocean. As you can see, that tiny picture in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, it's the small islands belong to the Google, which is called the Gugura. So that's a cloud actually. So what are the benefits of cloud computing? With using the cloud computing, we have better performance because we have access to our data much faster, and we can use lots of applications. And also, the most important one is the lower cost. You don't need to pay for everything. They have everything. You just pay a small amount of money, as I said, and you use the service. Compatibility. For example, you can have access to all kinds of operating systems. If you have a Mac, if you're a Mac user, you can work on the Linux system, you can work on the Windows-based system by using the cloud computing. So you have all of them online. And also the mobility, you can have access to your data from anywhere, anytime, from any devices. And fewer maintenance issue. I play a small video which you can understand the power of cloud computing.
You have big ideas to streamline your business and drive sales through the roof. But to get there, your ideas need business apps. And business apps have always been too expensive, especially in times like these. Behind each one is a world of complexity. They need a data center with office space, power, cooling, bandwidth, networks, servers, and storage. A complicated software stack, and a team of experts to install, configure, and run them. You need development, testing, staging, production, and failover environments. And when there's a problem, good luck. You call technical support, and they don't know, so they blame someone else. Oh, and when new versions come out, you would upgrade, but that might bring the whole system down. Now, this is for one app. When you multiply these headaches across dozens or hundreds of apps, it's easy to see why the biggest companies with the best IT departments aren't getting the apps they need. Small businesses don't have a chance. Cloud computing is a better way to run your business. Instead of running your apps yourself, they run on a shared data center. You just plug in, like a utility. This makes it fast to get started and it costs less. It's like Gmail compared to Microsoft Exchange. With Gmail, do you need servers and storage? No. Do you need a technical team to keep it up and running? No. Do you have to do upgrades? No. When you use any app that runs in the cloud, you just log in, customize it, and start using it. That's the power of cloud computing. This model is so much better, it's changing the way we think about software.
All right, I think we all understand the advantage of the cloud computing and how it can help us, especially if we run a business. So I want you to make a group of 3 just from here and think about the disadvantage of this system. And in only 1 minute. You have only 1 minute. Or you can
Yeah. Add-on, well, yeah, customizing kind of difficult. Exactly. Also, what about privacy issues? So, you have, how do you control data? So, for instance, with proprietary work, how do you handle that in the context of the cloud computing? How is sort of people breaking in and places like Google and Microsoft all the time? Would you want to trust your network security to an external company? Or would there be a possibility of conflict in terms of the, say you're developing something that they either want a piece of or competition? Would you want that sort of interaction cloud network?
Thank you. All right. Do you want to share your ideas? The rest of the group? What do you think?
Yeah, with cloud security is one of the biggest threats.
Exactly.
An access point, I mean, it's pay as you go. So what happens if you finish your credit? Is there any access point to top it up again? Or
that can be an issue. Anything from here?
We were talking about how easy is it to add on sort of custom apps and things like that. So you've obviously got this larger infrastructure, but how flexible is it in terms of adding in things that are specifically geared to each business?
We can have all kinds of applications, because we have lots of providers, so they do provide all kinds of applications. You can customize it in your own. Yeah, basically the main issues are the privacy. How can we make sure it's a secure environment that we give our data to these service providers? How can we make sure that they're not affected by these viruses? Or how can they guarantee their systems are safe from the hackers' attacks? Or if they lose our data, especially if we have business, we have the data which belong to our customers, so we're going to lose the business. These are the main issues that the cloud providers must pay more attention. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to, can you just pass this to? I'm going to introduce some of the very basic cloud services which you can use them, or maybe you are using them now. And those papers are just presenting some of the very, very famous cloud services which you all can use. The first one is a Dropbox, which you can share, which you can upload all of your data from your personal computer and share it with your friends. It's a very good one. And the second one, yeah, all right. The second one is if you have a Gmail, you are in the cloud, so you can share all your documents, spreadsheets, and presentations. And the third one is a Microsoft phone, which is coming very shortly to the market, which you can control your online life through that phone. And Office applications, you can work with your spreadsheets, documents, from anywhere, from any kind of device. I'm sure you heard about iCloud. You can have access to all of your data through your Apple devices. For example, push your data from iPad to your iPhone or to your Mac. And if you need more storage, you can pay for that. And also Photoshop running a website, which you can upload your pictures, and it will give you very easy tools which you can edit your pictures. And conclusion, so using the cloud computing will reduce the cost, and it's very fast, and it's much better than the previous methods, but it will not guarantee the privacy of data, so it's a big challenge, and the cloud computing providers must pay more attention on this issue. If you want any more question about the privacy and security on the cloud, that's my specialty. You can just Google my name and you can read my paper, or just email me and I'm at your service. Thank you.